Okay, welcome to the channel. I am NOVATazz and you are watching NOVATazz Customs. And today, Trans Am's in the shop. We're going to get it up on the lift. Well, what lift? We're going to get it up on jack stands and see if we can pop the tranny pan and see why this thing is only going in reverse. So, without further ado, let's get going. Alright, we have the Trans Am sitting here in the shop. If you watched the last video, you saw the struggle it took to get it in here from the field that it was sitting in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to move it so that way it's a little bit further over here in this corner, freeing up in front of my toolbox as it is too far off to the one side. It's just me by myself today, so we'll see if I can get it over. If not, I'll just start working on it where it is. But let's see if we can get this thing moved over. Alrighty, now that we got the car up on stands, let's get underneath of it and get the tranny pan pulled. Alrighty guys, underneath the TA, we're going to drop this pan. I do have my drip pan right here, so let's get to work. Alrighty, pan's off. Now let this dry and clean up my mess a little bit, and we'll come back down and find out what's going going on with the valve body. I don't know what's going on outside, but here's the pan. Sorry for the glare. There definitely is some clutch pack in the bottom of it, but it'll do for what it will have to do. So that's what I got. Right now I'm just going to make sure the valve body works. Now granted, this was a used trans out of the junkyard. Alright, here's the valve body out of the Trans Am. Literally have not done anything to it except for pull it out from underneath the car. So let's dig into this and see if we can figure out what went wrong. I have a feeling it's part of inside the transmission, not this part, but we will make sure. Of course, it's all still. Okay, we're back. After going over everything, only finding 2 of the check balls. The other thing that I haven't seemed to be able to find, and I was okay, as I was saying before the camera decided to cut off, the only other thing that I haven't been able to find is the S-clip that runs from this shift valve to the actual shift lever on the outside of the transmission. So as I was shifting, it was moving the internal mechanism inside the transmission, but it was not moving this valve. So I need to go find another S-clip. I don't know where it is. It wasn't in the pan. It wasn't in the drain pan either, and it wasn't anywhere to be found. I also only have 2 check balls that I could locate. So I'm going to have to go to the other transmission at the other house where the Nova and them are stored and go pull the parts that I need. So why don't we go do that and get back here and get this transmission back together. Alrighty, well, here's the other transmission. I need to turn this over and start pulling. Alright, we are back here in the garage with the Trans Am. So, after tearing apart the other transmission, which the parts are over here, the parts that I needed, let me get this camera turned around, give me a second. Alright, the parts that I needed is this. This was the reason why the transmission was not shifting properly. And I will show you where that goes in a second. Actually, it goes right. Yeah, it only goes one way. It goes right here, and that other end connects to the shift linkage in the sidewall of the transmission casing. This was the piece that was missing. I also picked up some more check balls because I do believe I lost a few when I dropped the case. So we should be set to be able to put this back up in. My only worry is, did I hurt the transmission, or did the transmission get hurt because of it being stuck in reverse? There is an awful lot of clutch pack dust in this tranny fluid. We will be swapping out the transmission fluid and the filter. But for now, let's get this back up in the car and installed correctly, and we will either fire it up today and get it moving, or I might let that wait till next time because it's getting late and this car has no exhaust on it. So let's at least get this back up in the car and get the pan bolted up, and then we'll put the filter in and new transmission fluid in next time. All right, let's get going. Well, there you have it. Transmission is back together. I do have to put in the filter and reinstall the pan, but it is getting late and I need to rack up for tonight. Well, pack up for tonight. And I am 99% sure this stupid clip was my issue. All right, well, I'm going to call it a night. Transmission is mainly back together. The only thing I still need to put on is the filter and the pan. It's right around 9 o'clock tonight, so I really can't start it even if I were to get transmission fluid and everything back in it. No exhaust. This is in a garage with a house that's not mine attached to it, so really would not be fair or appropriate to fire this thing up tonight. Anyway, so if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe, share to your friends. I am still trying to grow, and I could really use your support. So, without further ado, have a nice night, and I will see you in the next video.